Hello, friends, and happy Monday. Glad to see you here. So, you could be asking yourself, Tiff, what in the heck are you doing, girlfriend? Well, I'm so glad you asked. I am actually taking all of these scrap giblets of some big scraps, some little scraps of fabrics that I have. So my little fabric remnant area was totally overflowing. And I have been absolutely in love. That's Denali, y'all. She's saying, "Hey, y'all. How you doing?" So I have been absolutely in love with this artist. Just give me a second so I can look it up. Mandy Patulio. I don't know if I said your name right. I'm sure she doesn't watch my videos, y'all. But I am totally in love with her work on fabric. And so I wanted to make a little bit of a fabric collage using my random scraps. Some of these have been altered. You see some here that have, inky splotches. Some have gone through my earth dyed class. And a bath, and some have just been added a little something something. Now that black and white right there that you see me playing with, that actually is upholstery fabric. And this little swatch was sent to me by someone, I feel like, somewhere or another. Somebody sent me that, and I've been hoarding it. Aren't we such good hoarders? Like, we just keepers of awesomeness. That's the new word. For that little piece of fabric. But that upholstery fabric is quite thick, y'all. So it does take me a little bit. And if you are an embroidery person, y'all like how I say embroidery? If you embroidery or you do needlepoint, you probably want to look away at this moment, okay? Because I don't know what I'm doing as usual. And so I have this beautiful book from an antique store where some little old lady did a beautiful job in coordinating those. I'm showing y'all my little silicone finger cuts because I end up making my hands so sore and sticking myself and everything else as I maneuver around with the needle most of the time. So these little finger cuts are amazing, and they're silicone. So that was a really good find. But I'm just going to, I don't know the name of these stitches. Y'all, if they have names, I don't know them. But I'm just going to tack it. We're just going to call this tacking it down, okay? But you see that I use my stick pins to kind of allow me to know and remember kind of where I wanted these. And I'm really just approaching it like I would a collage on paper. So the only thing different is it has a little bit more of a plan simply because it's fabric and I'm a total novice. So, again, I am just going in with this regular needle and some DMC floss. And I did pick the color of this floss in this peachy, pinky color. I chose it from that floral fabric that I put on the bottom and just wanted to carry that through just like you would paint. Ultimately, is I'm using these stitches to be my scribbles that I would make, or to be my paints that I would add. So this slow stitching, some people call it slow stitching. I call it like slow intuitive stitching because like I don't know where I'm going to, y'all, this stuff gets tangled all tail and back, but I work it out, okay? Yeah, I just kind of let each stitch, whether it be short, whether it be long, just kind of take me on a journey. And navigate through the fabrics, and if I want to make the stitches tighter, but just really enjoying the process of this. Remembering to breathe as I stitch, because sometimes when I'm doing something really delicate like this, even though it's not precious by any means, I forget to breathe and I just hold my breath as I'm doing that. So definitely make sure. But this is just really something fun. I will show you at the end. I bring a piece in that I was working on in front of the TV the last few nights. But yeah, while Josh and I are just watching Netflix, or me and the dogs are watching Netflix or something, it's just really easy to have your needle, have your thread, have your little giblets, and then just start tacking them down. And that's all I'm doing here is I'm going all around this. I don't know what this is, lace? I've been getting a lot of my fabrics, not from the fabric store, but rather from clothing items. So a lot of the, like this more fabric-y denim that you see, this used to be one of my uniform shirts for work when I had to wear a uniform back in the day, and I tore it up. I can't really make out all of the remnants and little pieces that I've torn off and so forth. But yeah, a lot of times, like this weekend, I went thrifting. Oh, it had been a while, y'all, since, my husband had to work on the weekend, and I was like, I just really needed to get out of the house. If you don't know, I do work a full-time job, and it's been several weeks where there are days that I haven't even given myself the opportunity to grab a bite to eat. Like, it's been really, really busy. And so, we as a team decided that we need to start taking more time to take walks outside, to get away from the computer, and just take a few deep breaths. And it had been several weeks, well, at least a week, if not more, since I had actually been to town and been to the store, other than I think I did have to run and grab something out of the grocery store this past week. But, just to be able to leisurely shop and, not be like in a rush to get to the next place or get back for work or whatever. So, yeah, I got a few finds at the thrift store. I got a typewriter book. I have one already, but I was running out. Because, like when you get down to the last little piece of that little book that you've been using, it's like, I got to find another one. And I found one. It was 50 cents, y'all. I was so tickled. And then I went to the Salvation Army, and they had a 25-cent sale. And so I got a lot of jeans. I got some different prints that I really liked. But I got quite a few things at the 25-cent rack. And so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to show you absolutely every stitch that I make, because I don't know about y'all, but that would be pretty freaking boring, and your time is precious. I know it is. And here I'm showing you the piece that I was working on the other night in bed. Shout out to my girl, Shelly Sazam. Is it Zazama? I don't know. I might need you to help me with your last name. I think that's right. But she is a stitching, oh my gosh, her stitches are amazing. And she is always inspiring me in my Instagram feed too. And so many people, Amy C's been doing a lot of stitching in her tags that she's been doing, and I just find that it's something nice to keep my hands busy, because I am a busybody, and to just give me something to do as I am sitting there watching TV. I'm a super multitasker, so but yeah, I pulled this inspiration for this color in the second DMC floss, and I'm actually using that light, like turquoisey blue, because it's again pulling from that floral fabric that had a little more color in it. And I'm just literally like going around the sides, and I'm going to tack it. Now once I get finished kind of tacking all the pieces down, I do a lot more stitching, which I'm going to show you in the still shots at the very end, so make sure to watch all the way to the end, and also to make sure to watch the still shots, because I added some things. I added some black, really thin. So this DMC floss is, what, is 6 strands, isn't it? When you get like a spool of is it called a spool? Y'all, I don't know even what the words I'm saying. And if this is your first time joining me, honey, bless your heart. Thank you for being here. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm not always this, well, I usually am. Let me just tell you that. I usually am. This is just a real tiff. And y'all see me fighting with those stick pins again. But once I get it all tacked down, I am going to add some more stitching off camera. And then I will show you again in the still shots kind of what I come up to add a little texture, because you know your girl loves some texture, and I end up making a hole in the area to the side just to create a little more interest. And I don't know where this will end up, okay? This very well may end up in a journal. It could possibly end up, I don't know, and I don't need to know. All I know that it was fun. I had a blast. I hope that this has inspired you to get your needle out, get you some DMC floss or some sewing thread, and just start sewing some stuff, y'all. And again, if you are new here, thanks for joining me. Make sure you click the subscribe button, leave me a comment. Tell me if this has kind of inspired you to get some needle and thread out, or maybe you're a pro. Maybe you're like, girl, I do this all the time. Then you can tell me, give me some suggestions, maybe some books or somebody I can watch to learn how to make me some cool stitches. So thanks so much for being here. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful week. And until next time, y'all, toodaloo.